Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to my Muslim brothers and sisters, and greetings to all the non-Muslims who are watching this video. My name is Fadi, is my Muslim name, and my original name is Frederick, and I live in Finland with my parents. Basically, I just wanted to tell you about my conversion, the whole story. So let me start with the basics. As I said, I live with my parents. It's a Christian Protestant family, but we've never really been religious. And I've been an atheist as long as I can remember. I mean, before I converted to Islam. So I converted to Islam on 18th May 2006. And the whole story started when I read this book. It's the autobiography of Malcolm X, and those who don't know anything about Malcolm X, he was a African American Muslim. First he belonged to a African American Islamic cult called the Nation of Islam, which is not Islam, but later on in his life he converted to Islam. But enough of him, more about me. Well, as I said, I read the book, and I wanted to know what Islam really is, because all I knew about Islam was what I saw on the news, and that really wasn't something I would like to be affiliated with. Well, anyway, I started to look on into Islam through the internet and a few books, and including this Swedish translation of the Quran. I read this, and it's kind of funny because it's very old language, and you can't really understand anything, but it still felt like powerful. This is not a language of man, even though it's in Swedish. It's just a translation. But anyway, enough of that. I studied Islam for 6 months before I converted to Islam, and after about a few weeks, a few months of studying, I started to look up the scientific and mathematical miracles of the Quran, and I started thinking to myself, that's how if people say that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam who wrote this book, how is it possible that he knew things that we have just discovered 10 years ago? So that's when I started thinking that this must be God's words. Anyway, my mom started to grow, and I made some research about how to pray, the Salah, and 2 months before I converted, I had started to pray Fajr every day. And before that, I met some Muslims. I didn't know any Muslims before I got interested in Islam, and we had some very, very good discussions with them on several occasions, and they actually got me then. They got me to be strong and know that Islam is the right, the haqq, or how you said the truth. And on 18th May 2006, they brought me to a masjid where I took my shahada, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu an Muhammad Rasulullah. And basically, after that, I've just been Muslim, and I'm really proud to represent Islam the best way I try, at least, even though sometimes it's very hard in the Western society because of how people dress and act, and what we see on TV, in the media, and in the internet. And that's my story. It's a very brief story, but anyway. And my future, in a couple of months, inshallah, I'll go to the military. I have to see how I'll last in there, because being Muslim in Finnish military might not be the best thing in the whole world, but inshallah it'll be okay. And after the military, inshallah I'll move to our own place, away from my mother and father, so I can just practice freely as I want. and I'll go to the university to study economics, inshallah, and who knows, maybe in 2 years I'll find a spouse and get a family, inshallah. Okay, that's all I have for now. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and goodbye, and thank you for watching.